A grave near Petersburg, Virginia, by Herman Melville. Heat-board and footboard adally placed, aggressed in the mound between. Daniel Druth is the slumber's name, long may his grave be green. Quick was his way, a flash and a blow, full of his fire was he, a fire of hell, this burned out now. Green may his grave long be. May his grave be green, for he was a rebel of iron mold. Many a true heart true to the cause, through the blaze of his wrath lies cold. May his grave be green, still green while happy years shall run. May none come nigh to disinter the buried gun. America, by Herman Melville. With the wings of a sunny dome expand I saw banner and gladsome air, stare like barrenness hair, of loud and broad bravely wear, of indulgent long-drawn flow, as rolled Brazilian billows glow, voluminously over line. The land reposed in peace below, the children in the glee were folded to the exulting heart of young maternity. Later, and it streamed in fight, and tempest mingled the fray of a spear point of a shaft, I saw the ambitious lightning play. Wailer with wailer strove and died. Fierce was despair and cruel was pride. The lone mother speechless stood, pale at the fury of her brood. Yet later, at the silked wind, a fair coat for, little wail of shining showed, a radiant hue, to cheer her warm. A watcher looked upon her low, and said, She sleeps, but sleeps, she is not dead. And in that sleep contortion showed the terror of a vision where, a silent vision unavowed, revealing earth's foundation bare, and gone in a hidden place. It was a thing of fear to see, so full a dream upon so fair a face, and Rima lying in that stale shroud. From the trace she sudden broke, the trace a death to promoted life, at her feet a shivered yoke, and her aspect turned to heaven, no trace of passion nor of strife, a clear calm look. It spake of pain, but such as purifies from stain, sharp pangs that never come again, and triumph repressed by knowledge meet, power delicate and hope grown wise, and youth matured for age's seat, lawn a brown empire in her eyes. So she, with graver air and lifted flag, with a shadow chased by light, fled along the far brown height, and left her on the crag. An Uninscripted Monument, by Herman Melville. Silence and solitude may hint, whose home is in yon pine wood. What eye, what tableted, could never tell the din which here befell in striving of a multitude. The iron cones and spheres of death sat round me in their rust. These too, if just, shall speak with more than animated breath. Thou who beholdest, if thy thought not narrow down to personal cheer, take in the import of the quiet here, the after quiet, the calmful thought. Thou too wilt silent stand, silent as I, and lonesome as the land. Art, by Herman Melville. In placid hours fell pledged with dream of many a brave unbodied scheme, but from the land pulsed life create, what unlike things must meet and mate. A flame to melt, a wind to freeze, sad patience, joyous energies, humility, yet pride and scorn, instinct and study, love and hate, audacity, reverence. These must hate, infused with Jacob's mystic heart, to wrestle with the angel, Art. Crossing the Tropics, by Herman Melville. Where noble polestar sings from sight, where southern cross it climbs the sky. But losing thee, my love, my light, a bright but for one bridal night, will lost in rising joy supply. Love, love, the trade winds urge above, and thee from we they steadfast waft. By day the blue and silver sea, and shimmer of waters blendly faint, no these, like Gamma stars to see, may yield delights, and still for we along at Gamma longed for land. I yearn, with a wording turn, my heart it streams and wake astern, when cut by slanting sleet we swoop, erase the world's inverted here, of roses all your porch shall loop, not less your heart for me will drop, doubting world's last outpost rear. O love, these oceans vast, love, love, it is as death the past. Far off shore, by Herman Melville. Look, raft, a signal flying, thin, a shred. None upon the lashed spears lying, quick or dead. Cries the sea fowl hovering over, crew the crew, and the billow reckless rover sweeps the new. Fragments of a lost Gnostic poem of the 12th century, Herman Melville. Found a family, built a state, the pledged event is still the same. Matter and end will never abate his ancient brutal claim. Indolence is heaven's ally here, and energy the child of hell. The goodman pouring from his pitcher clear, but brims the poisoned well. From the conflict of convictions, by Herman Melville. The ancient of days forever is young, forever the scheme of nature thrives, and no wind and purpose strong it spins against the way it drives. What if the gulfs their slime foundations bear, So deep must the stones be hurled, where on the thrones of ages rare the final empire there be a world. Power unanointed may come, dominion unsought by the free, in the iron dome, stronger for stress and strain, flinch a huge shadow athwart the main. At the founder's dream shall flee, age after age has been, for man's changeless heart their way will win, and death be busy with all to strive, death with silent adjective. Yea and nay, each half his way, at court he keeps the middle way, none was by when he spread the sky, wisdom's vain prophecy. Gettysburg, Herman Melville. A pride of the days and prime of the months, not trebled in great renown, before the arc of our holy cause, El Degen down. Degen foredoomed, who armed and target, never his impious heart enlarged beyond that hour, God veiled his power, and the last invader charged. He charged, and in that charge condensed his all of hate and all of fire. He sought to blast us in his scorn, and the vast in his ire. Before him went the shriek of shells, aerial screamings, taunts and yells. And the three waves, infleshed at once, surged, but were met, and back they set. Pride was repelled by sterner pride, and right is a stronghold yet. Before lines it seemed a beach, which wild September gales have strown, with havoc on wreck, and dashed with pale crews unknown, men, arms, and steeds. The evening sun died on the face of each lifeless one, and died along the winding march of fight and searching parties alone. So looked on the hill the mounds were green, our centre held that place of graves, and some still hold it in their swoon, and overwheeze the glory waves. The warrior monument, crashed in fight, shall soar transfigured in loftier light, a meaning ampler bear. Soldier and priest, with hymn and prayer, have laid the stone, and every bone shall rest in honour there. Golden the mountain, the Herman Melville, golden the mountain and golden the glen, and greed in the heart, heaven having no part, and unsatisfied man. Greek architecture, the Herman Melville, not magnitude, not lavishness, but form, the sight, and innovating willfulness, but reverence for the archetype. Healed of my hurt, the Herman Melville, healed of my hurt, Lord the inhuman sea here, bless the angels forward there conveying. For healed I am even by the pitiless breath, distilled in wholesome dew named rosemary. Immolated, the Herman Melville, children of my happier prime, and one yet lives with me through the rainbow of a life and time, even hope, my bride and mother to you. Nurtured in sweet pastoral air, and fed on flowers and light and dew of morning meadows, spare, spare reproach, spare, and upbraid me not that yielding scared to reckless mood, but jealous of your future lot, I sealed you in a fate subdued. Have I not saved you from the dread theft, and ignoring which need be the triumph of the insincere, unanimous mediocrity? Rest, therefore, free from all despite, snugged in the arms of comfortable night. In the prison pen, by Herman Melville. Listless your eyes for palisades and sentries in the glare. It is barren as a pelican beach, but its world is ended there. Nothing to do, and vacant hands bring on the idiot pain. It tries to think, to recollect, blurs on his brain. Around him swarm the painting ghosts, like those on Virgil's shore, a wilderness of faces dim and pale ones gashed in war. A smiting sun, nor shed nor tree, he toiters to his lair, a den that sick hands dug in earth, a famine wasted where. Or dropping in his place, he swoons, walled in by throngs that press, till fall from the throngs that bear him dead, dead in his meagreness.
Inscription, by Herman Melville. Let none misgive thee died amiss, when here we strove in furious fight. Furious it was, nerveless was this, better than tranquil plight, and tame surrender of a cause hollowed by hearts and by the laws. We here who warred for man and right, the choice of warring never laid with us, where we were ruled by the traitor's choice, nor long we stood to trim and poise, but marched and fell victorious.
Invocation, by Herman Melville. Ha, ha, gods and kings, fell high, one and all. Drink, drink, shout and drink, mad respond to the call. Fill fast and fill full, gains the goblet ne'er sin, quaff at high tide to the uttermost rim, flood tide and soul tide to the brim. Who with wine and fierce, who thinks of his cares, who sighs to wise in wine and flares. Water sinks down below and currents foot low, and wine mounts on high with its genuine glow, welling up till the brain overflow. As his fears overall, some fiery of soul, of us golden with music walled round the pole, so that our cups, radiant with many-hued wines, round in groups circle our zodiac signs, round reeling and ringing their chimes. Then drink, gods and kings, wine Mammon brings,
It bounds with veins, the jubilant sings. Let it ebb then and flow, wine never grows dim, drain down the bright tide at the foam-bitted rim, fill up every cup to the brim. Lines traced on an image of Amor threatening, by Herman Melville. Fear me, virgin whosoever, taking pride from love exempt, fear me, slighted. Never, never brave me, nor my fury tempt. Downy wings, when wrath they beat, tempest even in reason's seat. Look out mountain, by Herman Melville. Who inhabiteth the mountain, that shines in lurid light, and rolled about the thunders and terrors and the blight, like hath the peak of Elbis cut the evil height? Who has gone up with a shouting and a trumpet in the night? There's battle in the mountain, might a sword of might, as the fastness of the anarch torn an ancient height. The cracks resound the clangor of war of wrong and right, and the armies in the valley watch and pray for dawning light. Joy, joy, the day is breaking, and the cloud is rolled from sight. There's triumph in the morning for the anarch's plunging flight. God is glorified the mountain, the banner burneth bright, the armies of the valley are fortified and right. Marlena, Herman Melville. Far off in the seas of Marlena, a land of shades and streams, a land of many delights, dark and bold their shores, Marlena. At green and the moors the soft knolls, crouching behind the woodlands. All shady the hills, or gleaming the springs, like ice in the earth looking at you. Or charming the horns, Marlena, of the waters that flow through Omino, over leaves that rustle through Puno, over roses that blossom in Tama. Come and see the belly of Vina. How sweet the Isles of Mina. As I afternoon of a full moon, never the season of fruit, and never the hour of flowers, and never the time of rains and gales, all in and about Marlena. Soft sigh the boars in the stilly air, soft lap the beach the billows wear, and in the woods or by the streams, you needs must not in the land of dreams. Misgivings, by Herman Melville. When ocean clouds over inland hills sweep storming in late autumn brown, and horror the sodden valley fills, the spire-forts crashing in the town, I muse upon my country's ills, the tempest burning from the waste of time, all world's fairest hope linked with man's foolish crime. Nature's dark side is heated now, the optimist cheered his heart flown. A child may read the moody brow of yon black mountain lone. With shouts the torrents down the gorges go, and storms are formed behind the storms we feel. The hemlock shakes in a rafter, the oak in the driving keel.
Unnatural Monument in the Field of Georgia, by Herman Melville. No trophy whiz is down unhewn, and stands where here the fields amuse, the nameless brave whose palms are won. Outcast they sleep, yet fame is nigh, pure fame of deeds not doers, nor deeds of men no bleeding die, in cheer of hymns that around them float, and happy dreams such close the eye. But withering famine slowly war, and slowly fell disease that gloat, even nature's self that aid deny. They shocked in horror the pensive sigh, yea, off from homes that memory bore, though anguished yearning heaved away, lest wreck of reason might befell, as man and gale shun the lee shore, though where the homestead be and call, and thitherward winds and waters sway, as such lone mariners so fared away. But naught shall know the peace molest, their famous wish they did endure when fortitude was vain to kindle any approving strain which we might hear, to weave the rest of his healing sleep alone was sure.
On the grave of a young cavalry officer killed in the valley of Virginia, by Herman Melville. Beauty and youth, with manners sweet and friends, gold, yet a mind not unenriched had he, whom here law violets veil from eyes. But all these gifts from scandal be, as that their fortune in this mound you see. On a photograph of a corpse commander, by Herman Melville. I a man is manly, here you see the warrior carriage of the head, and brave dilation of the frame, and lighting all the salved lead and spot of Sylvania charged to victory which justifies his name. A cheering picture, it is good to look upon a chief like this, and on the spirit modes of form. Here favouring nature oft remiss, of eager mien expressive has endued a man to kindle strains that warm. Trace back his lineage and desires, your man and noble, you shall find in rows of men of Agincourt, heroes who shared great Harry's mind. Down to us come the nightly Norman fires, and front the Templars bore. Nothing can lift the heart of man like manhood in the fellow man. The thought of heaven's great king afar but humbles us, too weak to scan, and many greatness man can span and feel the bonds that draw. Pipe Song, by Herman Melville. Caresol stuff, puff puff, to puff's enough, puff puff. One must give and snuff, and warm is a puff, puff puff. Here we sit with our puffs like old lords in their ruffs, Snug as beers in the mouths, puff, puff and puff, 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 for cares on stuff, puffed off in a puff, puff, puff. Shelley's Vision by Herman Melville. Wandering late by morning seas, when my heart of pain was low, hateful sins paled at me, dejected saw my shadow go. In elf caprice of bitter tone, I too would pelt the pelted one, in my shadow I cast a stone. And lo, upon that sunlit ground, I saw the quivering phantom take the likeness of St. Stephen crowned, and its self-reference awake. Stonewall Jackson, Herman Melville. And who fierce charged and fight, who sought in prayer the long stone wall. Even him who stoutly stood for wrong, how can we praise? At coming day shall not forget him with a song. Dead is the man whose cause is dead, vain he died and set his seal, Stonewall, earnest in error as we feel. True to the thing he deemed was due, true as John Brown or Steele. Relentlessly he rooted us, but we relent, for he is low, Stonewall. Justly his fame we outlaw, so we drop a tear on the bold Virginian's briar, because no ref we owe. The Apparition by Herman Melville. Convulsions came, and where the fear long slept and pressed to a green, a goblin mountain was upheaved. Sure the scarce sense was all deceived, mild glen and slag ravine. We unreserved of ill was where, the clinkers in the last retreat. And ere the eye could take it in, or mind could comprehension win, it sunk, and at our feet. So when solidity's a crust, the core of fire below, all may go well for many a year, but who can think without a fear of how is that happens so? The College Colonel by Herman Melville. He rides at the head, a crutch by his saddle just slants in view. On slung arm and splints, you see, yet he guides his strong steed, how coldly too. He brings his regiment home, nor as we filled 2 years before, and the remnant half tattered and battered and worn, like castaway sailors who stunned where the surf's loud roar. The mates dragged back and seen no more, again and again breast the surge, and at last crawl spent to shore. His still rigidity and pale, in Indian aloofness lines his brow. He has lived 1,000 years, compressed in battle's pains and prayers, marches and watches slow. Where welcoming shots and flags, outman of head to the boy, rest from gay balconies fall at his feet, but to him there comes alloy. It is not that a leg is lost, it is not that an arm is maimed, it is not that the fever has wrecked, save he has long since disclaimed. And all through the 7 days' fight, and deep in the wilderness grim, and in the field hospital tent, and Petersburg crater and dim, lean brooding in Libby, there came a heaven, what truth to him.
The Eagle of the Blue by Herman Melville. Aloft he guards the starry folds, who is the brother of the stars, the bird whose joy is in the wind, exulteth in the war. Now painted plum, a sober hue, his beauty is his power, but eager calm of gaze intent foresees the sibyl hour. Awestruck he crows the swaying perch, flipped by the angry flag. The hurricane from the battery sings, but his claw is known the crack. Amid the scream of shells, his scream runs shrilling, and the glare of eyes that brave the blinding sun, of all that flame can be. The pride of quenchless strength is his, strength which, though chained, avails the very rebel locks and thrills, the anchored emblem hails. Though scared in many a few is fray, nor deadly hurt he knew, well may you think his years are charmed, the eagle of the blue.
The Enthusiast by Herman Melville. Shall hearts that beat no pace retreat in youth's magnanimous years? Ignoble hold as if discreet, and interest tames to fears. Shall spirits that worship light, with feelings deem its sacred glow, recant and trudge, the whirlings go conform and own them right? Shall time with creeping influence cowed, unnerve and cow, the heart pine for the heartless ones enrolled with portness of a mart? Shall faith abjure her skies, or pale probation blench her dawn, to shriek from tooths or stales alone, with loud gregarious lies? Each burning boat in Caesarea flames, now return from me, so to talk to ties for dear, if ties but tempers be. Nor cringe if come the night, walk through the cold or meet the pale, for light forsake we, never fall from fealty to light. The Enviable Isles by Herman Melville. Through storms we reach them, and from storms are free. Afar descried, a foremost drear in hue, but near green, and on the march, sea makes thunder low and mist of rainbow dew. But inland, where the sleep that folds the hills, a dreamier sleep the trace of God instills. On uplands haste and wanderings airs the swoon. Slow swaying palms salute love's suppressed tree, and down and where the people runlets croon, a song to lull all sorrow and all glee. Sweet fern and moss and many a glade are here, where strewn in flocks what cheek-flushed myriads lie, dimpling in dream, unconscious slumbers murr, while billows endless round the beaches die. The figurehead by Herman Melville, the Charles and Emma Sievert's bed, named from the carven pair of prow. He so smart and curly head, she tricked forth with a bright nose hoe, pretty stem with a port afro. But iron rust and alum spray, and chafing gear and sun and dew, wax with lead and lassie gay, tears in the eyes, stall tears no few, and when Huck relaxed failing glue. But came an end, a dismal night, with creaking beams and ribs that groan, a black lee shore and waters white, dropped on the reef, the pair lie prone, of the breakers dance, but the winds they moan. The Fortitude of the North, by Herman Melville. They take no shame for dark defeat, apprising yet each victory won, or fight for a right for all retreat, nor pause until the work is done. The Cape of Storms is proof to every foe, vainly against that fallen beat, wild winds aloft and wilder waves below. The black cliffs gleam through rents and sleet, and livid and actic storm clouds glow. The Good Craft Snowbird, by Herman Melville. Strenuous need that headwind be from purpose voyage that drives at last the ship, sharp raced and dodged style, beating up against the blast. Bricks that fixed for market gather, homeward bound upon the stretch, and counter oft with uglier weather, yet an end the port they fetch. Mark young craft from sunny Smyrna, gazed with eyes in Boston Bay, out the toss of thick drums cheerly, livelier for the frosty ray. O'er the sleet offshore I sail at her, what through icy to play the yards, and report not less she renders summer's guest warm regards. And look the underwriter's man timidly at the stevedore's down, puts on his bags to pry and scan, and sets her down. Bravo, master, bravo, brick, for slanting snows out of the west. Never the snowboard cares one thick, and foul winds steady her o'er past.
The Land of Love, by Herman Melville. Hail, voyagers, hail, whence ere ye come, wherever ye rove, no calmer strand, no sweeter land, will here ye view than the land of love. Hail, voyagers, hail, to wreathe our shores of soft gales invite, the palm plums wave, the billows lave, and hiver point fixed stars of light. Hail, voyagers, hail, think not our grooves white brood with gloom, in this our isle bright flowers smile, full urns rose-heaped with valleys bloom. Hail, voyagers, hail, be not deceived, renounce vain things, ye may not find a tranquil mind, though hence ye sail with swiftest wings. Hail, voyagers, hail, time flies full fast, life soon is over, and ye may mourn that hiver born ye left behind our pleasant shore.
The Man of War Hawk, by Herman Melville. Yon black man of war hawk with wheels in light of the black ship's white skies, sun cloud to the sight. Full of flies wings to scan to his height. Ne'er can reach him, nor thought can attain the placid supreme in the sweep of his reign. The March into Virginia, by Herman Melville. And all the leads and bars appear to every just a larger end, when should come the trust and cheer. Youth must its ignorant impulse lend, age finds place in the rear. All wars are boyish, and are fought by boys, the champions and enthusiasts of the state. Turbid artisan the vain joys, not barely abate, stimulants to the power mature, preparatives of fate. Who here forecasteth the event, would heart but spurns the precedent and the warnings of the wise. Condemned for closure of surprise, the banners play, the buckets cold, the air's blue and prodigal. A bearing party, pleasure wood, a picnic party in the May, ever went less aloft and way into that leafy neighborhood. Back glee they file toward fate, Molochs initiate, expectancy and glad surmise of battle's unknown mysteries, all the fearless this glory rapture sharp, but transitory yet lasting and below its story, so we gaily got to fight, chanting left and laughing right. But some who with blithe mood present, as on a lightsome files they fare, should die experienced every day suspend, perish enlightened by the walnut glare, or shame survive and like the adamant, the throw of second manners a share. The Mound by the Lake, by Herman Melville. Grass shall never forget this grave, and homeward footing it in the sun after a very ride by rail, the striding soldiers passed the door, wanted perchance, or wan and pale, she left the house or the work undone, dully the wayside table spread, with evergreen shaded, to regale each travel span and grateful one. So warm her heart, childless, unwed, or like a mother comforted.
The Night March, by Herman Melville. With banners furled and clarence mute, an army passes in the night, and beaming spears and helms salute the dark with bright. In silence deep the legions stream, with open ranks and order true. Over boundless plains they stream and gleam, no chief in view. Afar, in twinkling distance lost, so legends tell, he lonely wends, and back through all the shining host his mandate sends.
The ravaged villa, Herman Melville. In shards the sylvan wares lie, the links of dance and done, brambles by the brim, chocked fountain of the sun. The spider with the laurel spins, weight excites the flower, and flung to cairn Apollo's vast, makes lime for Mammon's tower. The stone fleet, the Herman Melville. I have a feeling for those ships, each worn and ancient one, with great bluff bows and broad in the beam. And it was unkindly done, but so they serve the obstinate, even so stone fleet. Will say I'm doubting, do but think I scudded round the horn and won, the Tanatis, a glorious good old craft that's ever run, sunk, how all unmeet, with the old stone fleet. An India ship of fame was she, spices and shawls and fame she bore. A whaler when the wrinkles came turned off, till spent and poor, her bones were sold, and she hath a stone fleet. For by earth's patricians' keels, name a test the families be, the Kensington and Richmond too, Lineards and Lee. But now they have a seat with the old stone fleet. To scuttle them by pirate deed, sacrament is must. They sung so slow, they died so hard, but gurging dropped at last. The ghosts and gales repeat, woe's a stone fleet. And all for naught, waters pass, currents will have a way. Nature's nobody's ally, 'tis well the harbour is battered will stay. Failure, complete, was your old stone fleet. To Ned, the Herman Melville. Where is the world we roved, Ned Bunn? Hollows were awfully rich in shade, a voyager's old invalid throne, a port pride cruise of pelf and trade. To us old lads some thoughts come home, roam the world, young lads no more shall roam. No less the satiate year impends, when wearying of root and resorts, a pleasure hunter shall break a loose net for pantheistic ports. Marquises and gallant isles would be authentic Edens in the pagan sea. The charm of scenes untried shall lure, and net a legend urge the flight. The type truants under stars unknown to Shakespeare's Midsummer Night. A man if lost to Saturn's age, yet feeling alive in a Syrian pilgrim march. But tell shall we the truest find, or else the same in the violet glow, and armouring us what years and years, or net what years and years ago. Well, Adam advances a smart and pace, but scared by violets that advance you trace. But we, and anchor watchers calm, the Indian psyches linger one, and musing breathed primal balm from Eden's earlier overrun, marvelling mild if mortal tries, here and hereafter touch a paradise.
We fish, by Herman Melville. We fish, we merrily swim. We care not for friend nor for foe. Our fins are stout, our tails are old, as through the seas we go. Fish, fish, we are fish with red gills. Naught disturbs us, our blood is at zero. We are lions because of our backs. Being many, each fish is a hero. We care not what it is, this life that we follow, this phantom unknown. To swim is exceedingly pleasant, to swim away making a foam. This strange-looking thing by our side, not for safety, around it we flee. Its shadows so shady, that's all, we only swim under its lee. And as for the yields, we are both, and as for the folds of the air, we care not for them, not their ways, as we charily glide afar. We fish, we merrily swim. We care not for friend nor for foe. Our fins are stout, our tails are out, as through the seas we go.